The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Everyone needs a vacation, just saying.
Yes, we do.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, a Domain Divided. I am, of course, the storyteller tonight, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and tonight I'll be playing Dr. Katarina Rakosi of Clan Zamitsi.
I am Jen of Thieves, and I am playing Sunday Booth of the Hakata.
I'm Marie, and I'm playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
Hello, I'm House. I play Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
Hey everybody, I'm Antera, and I'll be playing Eddie Ross of the Virtual Adepts.
Welcome to Season 5, everybody, of Kansas City, a Domain Divided. Last season, we ended the season on, well, we had Guestapalooza, where the whole end of the season had guest players every episode. I guess Guestapalooza continues into Season 5 because we've got our special guest tonight. But as we ended the last season, the Coterie had made a deal with Athena of the Glasswalkers tribe. And then at the very end of the episode, Dracula came in and he was a wee bit upset, I think is the best way to put it. Apparently somebody had killed two of his hunters, one of the cyborgs of the mages. Now, this caused a problem for the Coterie because if Mirsha's two hunters were erased from existence, I don't think the Coterie wants to deal with the cyborgs. Thankfully, Gwen has reached out to Max, her mage contact, who also is the one who took Cameron, to probably get him trained, hopefully, or at least hide him. And so the Coterie has had an arrangement tonight. They're supposed to go to the Fuego Cafe to meet with the owner of it. They were only told the name was Eddie. Now, this cafe is actually located not far from their domain. It's on the other side of the rack from their domain. So it's just west of their domain inside Kansas City, sitting right off Broadway Boulevard, of all things. And as we're going to open up tonight, the Coterie is on your way to the vehicles because it's not going to take you long to get there. So the time it takes you to get there is based on how long you want to talk on the way. So I'm going to turn it over to the players as they're heading over to the Fuego Cafe.
How's your research been going, Rashad?
It's been going. The information is not exactly easy to parse through, but I've learned a few important details.
I don't. Once you have something concrete, please tell me. I don't need to know how the sausage is made, as they say. I think
I'll
that
let
might
you know.
be more difficult.
We met someone interesting while you were busy.
Interesting in a positive sense or a negative one?
A Malkavian that was a contact of Callum's. Goes by the name of Twitch. He's connected to the Malkavian web. He's not a seer type himself, but he hears what the seers prophesize. Told us to beware the dead man's switch.
Did he elaborate on what that means?
Nope, of
No.
course not. He's Malkavian.
I mean, my first instinct goes to my brother
Yeah.
that if he dies, something bad happens.
Mhm. But also, I asked him because I found out he's actually one of Lucinda's Alisters. Because of course he is. And asked him if he knew of a way to deal with the problem because he was well aware of the problem. The big guy sleeping or trying to wake. And mentioned a name of someone who might be really helpful with that. And said you knew him. You know an Alessandro Giovanni?
Yes, he is my grandsire.
Oh,
He didn't sound very
Mm,
happy about that.
Let's just say we live up to our reputation for having dysfunctional families.
mm, understood. I would appreciate if you could contact him. Because supposedly he knows what can be done about the big guy.
You're sure?
It's what this Malk told me.
All right. I can ask him.
Okay. And if your grandsire is as much of a pain in the ass as mine is, I'll help you kill him. But
There's just a
Only
list
killing
now.
him. I find myself doubting killing him would be enough to rid me of him.
well, you can handle him when he's a ghost. I'll take care of No, I kid. But yeah. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but yeah, that's the info we got while you were busy. Also, so everyone's aware, I spoke with my associate, Martin, asked him to call in his favors to get some reliable NOS in this city. Because we need information that we can trust.
Trust this person. I will not stand in your way. Not that I believe I could.
I trust that Martin will pay his debts.
How much does he owe you that he can just import a clan?
I helped him a lot.
Must have.
Yeah. But this makes us settled. So now if I need favor from him, I'll owe him.
And the wheel keeps on spinning.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's what Martin does. He's a favor broker. He's not an information trader as much as he's a favor broker. Dude is stacked in fucking boons.
Right. Well, I will reach out to my grandsire, though I warn you, he is not one to work out of altruism, especially if he knows anything about that particular problem.
Hmm.
What do you think he's gonna want?
I don't know.
Doesn't hurt to
He's
ask.
he is different than I am. I am not sure if he is loyal to anything more than himself, but he's also reliable.
So what the rest of you have going on?
Sunday?
Oh, well, not a whole lot. I've been taking care of some friends. Thinking about maybe opening like a homeless shelter.
Okay.
The one I go to sometimes is pretty overcrowded and there's always people in need.
Indeed.
I'm not saying this is the same thing, but I know, Kat, you had a philanthropic venture
Mhm.
in the similar vein. I don't know if this is something where you could partner up.
Absolutely. Well, I not necessarily partner up. Sunday, if this is your endeavor, it's your endeavor. But I'm willing to share what resources I was able to gather to help you get the connections you need to get that established.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know the first thing about the first thing.
I can help with that.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sally's place is just about ready to open. So,
Well, that's exciting.
yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
going to be like a party?
Yeah, actually, there will be.
Are you going to use a big pair of scissors to cut a ribbon?
Well, the face of the place will, but
Well, as long as someone gets to cut a ribbon.
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, so they're doing some final stuff with the build out of the place, and I'm going to be doing a walkthrough within the next week or so. So, yeah.
Very
That's
good.
exciting.
So, Bo,
What
what you
about you,
have?
Bo?
About me,
Yeah, about you.
met some interesting people. Seems this project I've been working on may have some legs. I think the most interesting thing from all of it is I was granted access to a very generous Malkavian's mind without, going nuts myself.
Oh, that must be a fairly potent Malkavian.
Yeah, she was formidable.
Oof.
Was escorted by a very bubbly Toreador and a surprisingly flirtatious Nosferatu.
Okay.
Well, that seems like a good time.
I mean, yeah, Malks do tend to form weird circles, but yeah.
I didn't expect some of the residual emotion. I know it was going to be. Granted, I was given permission, but it still feels like I'm snooping on some intimate moments of people.
Yeah, you are.
And there's some ripples.
Are you okay?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I'll let's say I'll just call it my tortured artist phase.
Hmm.
No, I'm good. This is something I want. something that I think, despite it being very self-serving, will still help people.
Is it worth the side effects?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
The damage is minimal. Just lingers.
Yeah.
Say, Bo.
Yeah.
If this shelter ends up being a thing, I kind of want it to be like a whole like life-changing thing for the people there.
Mhm.
Would you maybe be willing to give people like cooking lessons?
Of course. Yeah. Without question.
Well, awesome.
I mean, just have to remember the time of day that we would have to operate, but
Perhaps in the winter when the nights are longer.
there you go. But yeah, if people are interested in night classes, let's say, I'm more than happy to.
Awesome. You guys are great friends.
You intend to keep your project separate from the family someday?
Well, no, I don't know. I guess it's kind of a complicated question because, I mean, Giovanni probably won't have much to do with it. But my family,
They would. Our family, our greater family, always finds way to be involved in something. Comes with its benefits, protection, resources, but it also has its unsavory aspects. It is something to be leery of.
well, doesn't seem like I'll have to take our family's money for it. So if my sisters come through, they have a place to stay and they know it. But there's not a lot of us. Maybe more soon.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, we're here, guys. Fuego.
And as you pull up, the sign, it's done in stylized letters that look like fire. It says Fuego Cafe, and then under it, it looks like it's in a much smaller font, and it says "and card shop."
Mm. It's a mage we're meeting, right?
Just like
I
tarot
think
cards.
so.
No, I bet it's going to be like Magic the Gathering or some shit.
I was never allowed to play that.
And of course, you can't see into the place from the street.
Yeah.
You're looking at mirrored glass.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's go in. We're looking for Eddie.
And when you go in, the entry to the place, there's a bunch of computers set up. There's a lot of tables set up where some people have their own laptops and everything set there. And you can even see in the back corner, there's a couple card tables, but there's a couple open doors as well that seem to lead to other rooms that have card tables set up too. And there's a wide collection of people who seem to be playing card games at it, and not those kind of card games. I don't know how in you all are to the various card games. There's definitely Magic the Gathering going on. There's some Pokemon going on. There's all kinds of games going. And the thing that catches your eye is there is a counter. Behind the counter is, of course, lined with all kinds of decks and packs of cards and boosters and everything you might need if you're wanting to play some cards there. And there's a girl behind the counter. You picture 20s is your guess. She's got brown hair, but she's got two small buns on the side of her head that are electric blue. And she's staring at your phone as you come in, or at her phone, not your phone. She's staring at her phone as you come in. She's just typing away on it on a little screen.
Cat will kind of elbow Bo.
Excuse me, ma'am.
She holds up her finger and just holds a finger up to you and then goes right back to what she's doing. And then she holds her finger again, and with one hand, she's hitting the keyboard key on it, her key typing stuff in still. And she keeps going, just,
I'm going to use awe.
okay. I won't make you roll to activate that. She keeps typing for a second after all kicks in. Then her eyebrow raises just one, and she looks at you, and she gets this look on her face. You boomers and your attention getting. Don't you know what this means? Are you that old? This means, wait a second, I'm busy.
We're just looking for Eddie.
Of course you are. Why do
First
the
of
old
all, I'm
people
not a
always come
boomer.
visit him?
We need to get this straight here. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm sorry, who are you?
I'm Carly.
Nice to meet you, Carly. Next time I come here, I'll ask for you.
I'm always here. You're the ones you're supposed to meet with, right?
Yeah.
You hear a buzzing noise? Take the stairs. Be careful. It's tough. I don't want you to stumble, fall, break a hip or anything.
Wow.
Thank you,
As-
Carly.
Luckily, I'm a surgeon. I can fix those. And I turn and walk.
as we're walking away, I turn to Carly. So these games, are they just for fun, or is there money involved?
Just for fun. It's bragging rights. Money? No, these games are never-ending black hole for money. Money goes in and keeps coming in, and you never get any back.
So it sounds like gambling.
Fuck, you're old.
I look that old, jeez. And I walk away.
And she immediately goes right back to her phone. And as you go up the stair is very narrow and steep. And it's lit, but not very brightly. But as you get to the top, there's just a door. The door has on it, it just says Eddie on it. Doesn't even have his last name, just says Eddie.
I knock.
Here, come in.
And as you step in, I'll let Eddie describe his office and himself, actually.
So you see, basically, what you might imagine is a computer geek, tech nerd, whatever nest. It's just monitors everywhere. There might be some good lighting in some corners. There probably isn't. There's a bay of servers along one of the walls. He's not there, but you do see what looks to be a replica of the lounge from the Millennium Falcon, just a curved couch with a circle desk in the middle. And you see Eddie. Eddie just looks like your normal, average, everyday dude. He's got a charcoal suit coat on, graphic tee underneath, glasses, and he said come in, but he's not looking at who came in. He's doing something as you walk in and into the mess that is his sanctum.
All right. Cat will look around and say, Eddie?
Holds up a finger. So sorry, just needed to finish grading something.
All right.
Justice classes.
I'm Dr. Katerina Rakosi.
That's the name I was looking for. What do you go? Cat? Doctor?
Dr. Rakosi's fine.
Okay, Dr. Rakosi. Eddie?
And
your
she.
friends?
Oh, Giovanni.
Sunday.
Rochelle?
Hey.
Sunday?
Nice
Oh,
to meet you.
Well, good to meet you. Hope Carly didn't give you too much trouble. He's a bit of a firecracker.
She's fine.
I figured.
I have kids. I'm used to the hazing.
Yep. She's like 7 of them. Anywho, so he actually gets up, he puts papers away, puts a pen down, walks over to the lounge he meant, the couch he mentioned, circular couch with the round and the round table in the middle, sits down and says, you can sit, stand, whatever you guys, whatever makes you comfortable.
Cattle sit.
John will
Sunday will
take a
scooch
seat.
in.
Oh, stands.
Sure. No, you're not mad about the boomer thing, right?
No.
Everyone's a boomer to her. If you're over 21, you're a boomer. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
As
it.
I said, I have kids. I know. I get it.
She meant no. She did mean something by it. That's a bold-faced lie. Sorry.
Yeah, she totally did. And it's fine.
So, you guys wanted to meet us, a
Yeah.
representative. I will warn you up front. I'm the middleman here. I
Understood.
can't promise you anything.
Understood.
They want to hear what you have to say before I bring it on. And if it's cool, can I, no faces, no voices, can I do a transcript of the conversation?
Sure.
Just
Sure.
make it easier.
Sure.
Cool. And you'll see I'm just kind of like up in the air, like on nothing, just kind of hit something and swipe a couple times. Okay.
So you may be already aware that some of your enemies are working with universal enemies. Technocracy is partnered with the Second Inquisition. They've created cyborgs that are working with the Second Inquisition.
Oh, our old friends. And if you aren't familiar with who's doing that, little small piece of information. They're called the Iteration X. They like to augment, enhance humans and other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what
they're
I understand,
real-
they're trying to figure out how to do it to a werewolf.
He stops, looks up. Have you told them this yet?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. Okay. The
I'm
city's
also
still intact.
associated with a few of them.
Oh, good. I see the city's still intact, so they must be waiting for something.
So, yeah. Also, these cyborgs have a certain laser built into their shoulder that
Of course they
completely
fucking do.
eliminates something from existence.
Of course they fucking do. Never ends with those assholes.
Yeah.
Nope.
So, while we are more than happy to fight Second Inquisition until the cows come home, especially with the asshole running it.
Yep.
We're going to need some help. Because
Understand.
one cyborg took out 2 elder vampires with that laser.
I understand the term elder, but
I'm
maybe not in the
talking with
context of your people.
age and power. These were trained killers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Iteration X is good at taking out threats.
But that cyborg did get destroyed. However, there is at least one other we know of.
Well, and you may, there's a lot to unpack here. There are a few questions I want to ask, especially about this leader that you seem to both know. But the first one is, if I had to guess, based on previous encounters with them, those cyborgs are most likely Second Inquisition agents. Former Second Inquisition agents. The process, as I understand it, it starts off slow. You get new cool toys. And as you get more and more orged up, you become less of what you were. Until you're just a tool.
Is that a technical term? Borged up.
Yes, Boomer.
Have you not watched Star Trek?
I have.
I have.
This a consensual process or compulsory?
Oh, I'm sure it starts off as, hey, you want a cool new toy? But it most assuredly in no way is a consensual process.
At best, it's an addiction. At worst, it's a forced compulsion.
Correct. You should probably also understand now that you mentioned the word compulsion, they are most likely immune to most of your tricks.
That's why we're looking for help.
Just like the finger wagger downstairs.
Yep.
And when you say that, there's a knock on the door and a head pokes in and it's Carly. Hate to interrupt your meeting, boss. Oh, shit. That weird fucking dude is here again in a fucking disguise. This time he's got a baseball cap he's tried to pull down low and he's wearing a fucking trench coat. And it's not
Fucking
that
asshole.
cold out. And he's trying to fucking cheat at magic again.
Fucking asshole. You
Want
know
me to
what?
take care of him?
Before you do, I would appreciate the help. I think he's one of you. Not sure. He's actually, you know what? Carly, can you bring out the pictures?
Yeah, hang on. And she goes to her phone again and she starts running her fingers and she holds it up. And the picture she shows, he's got a fake, he's got glasses and an obvious fake nose on, but you recognize this individual. She's showing you a picture of Cutter.
I will be right back. I will be right back. I will be right back.
So was I right? Do you guys
Yes.
know him?
I totally
Yeah, a
know
little
that guy.
Because he's a dickhead. He thinks we're not immediately onto him as soon as he walks in.
I was going to step out and go to Cutter.
He doesn't understand. We're not playing for money.
I already asked.
And as Bo goes to step out, Carly just shakes her head and you can just hear her mutter, old people, God damn it. And she goes back down the stairs. Bo, you come down and there is a guy wearing a baseball cap pulled way low over his head and he's wearing a trench coat with the collar flipped up, sitting at one of the tables in the main room playing cards.
Well, we'll sit across from him if there's a seat open.
And as soon as you sit down, he looks up a second and then drops his head.
You think I can't fucking see you?
Shh, you don't know me.
I wish I didn't.
God, did they catch me again?
Again, you're assume you're perpetually caught.
I mean, I come in once a week. They seem to catch me every fucking time.
If you keep coming back, I will tell your progeny who I met recently things about you that will make him not want to see you ever again.
Oh, shit. You met
And he might be
tragedy.
the only person interested in seeing you on a regular basis.
Oh, come on, man. You got to let me have some fun. They got that bitch behind the desk got a stick so far
I
up her
said what I
ass.
said.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, man. And he picks up his cards off the table, and they're all red cards. And as he does, 4 of them fall out of his sleeve.
I'm going to take those two.
No, you can't have these. No. These too rare. These are my best cards, man.
I was just going to stare at him. He's not going to do any trickery, any powers. Just going to hold his hand out.
And he reluctantly kind of slides them over into your hand. God damn, you never have any fun.
If you stop coming back here, you may be able to get these back. I'm holding them as collateral for the time being.
Come on, man. Don't. Oh, fuck. Never mind. And everybody has stopped
Do we
playing
have
cards.
an understanding?
Okay, if they catch me coming in again, I won't expect to get them back.
I would much prefer you stop coming in so you can get them back.
I want to promise that, man, but
I start dialing. Okay, he goes by the name Tragedy. I doubt that's what you know him by, but
Oh, I know him by that name. Come on, there's a girl here. I've been trying to hook up with this girl here that comes to play cards. You're killing my game.
She's not going to fuck you.
Not now. And he just turns and stomps out, and it's Cutter. So his stomping out he stomps, but his bones seem to move when he stomps like that because he kind of starts wobbling as he's walking out.
Problem solved. And Bo goes back to the meeting.
And as you walk past Carly, she just rolls her eyes, but doesn't look up from her phone. Bo comes back in the room.
We're all square.
Holding some magic cards.
Are you playing?
Let me guess that there was a girl.
Oh no.
Let's
Does
just say
she know?
It was a one-sided affair.
Trust, she didn't know. Okay.
Well, she does now, I'm sure. If she wasn't down there, she does now. But
he was not discreet.
Oh gosh.
Let's say I made a scene, but let's just say there were no breaches.
Good.
Thank you for your assistance. That was, I mean, I don't mind if he comes in. He just cheats. All he has to do is play the game.
He's trying to win to impress a lady. I know.
There's always one.
I know.
Or 10.
Or 10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is there anything else you can tell us about this iteration X?
They're not going to stop. They're just going to continue with their, in normal circumstances, they're just going to continue upgrading, enhancing, indoctrinating until nothing can oppose them in the city. That's their end goal here, normally. But I want to offer up, since you guys have been so forthcoming, the information. I don't want to alarm you. We have no idea where they are in the city.
Really?
It is a big mystery amongst the traditions.
Is that normal or weird?
Absolutely not.
I'm assuming you know where the Second Inquisition black sites are, though.
Nope.
Really?
Really.
Well, that's, I mean, I looked
Got
at the
a
other
map? I'll point them out.
He wipes the table off in the center.
The two places that you can point out, one is the no-go sewer area.
Mm-hmm. And she describes it as she's showing it.
Now, wait a minute. How much do you describe of that? Do you describe the river of blood that flowed through it at one point, or just the no-go?
I'm being transparent. These are potential allies. She is being transparent.
And then the other is
doesn't do fucking small talk. She doesn't do bullshit. She gets straight to the point.
And the other one was the medical lab in the industrial complex. It's Medline Industry, Medline Industries. That is everything tells you it appears to be Second Inquisition.
But I do know they had an abomination hanging out around this site.
No, the abomination was actually at the warehouse that was Sabat.
But isn't it near this?
No, it's like blocks and blocks and blocks away.
Okay, so she'll actually, I'll backtrack that and be like, and there was this site here, this warehouse that they had an abomination hanging out around.
Those are when the lupine is embraced, correct?
Yes.
That's alarming.
As a show of good faith, I will warn you they seem to have some form of protection that extends to incorporeal subjects. I do not know your limitations, but I would suggest assuming they will know once you attempt to find them.
Thank you. He sweeps off the table in the center of the meeting area that you're in, and hits a button. It was under something. A map of the city comes up. It's a hologram. So he points. He makes a mark where you put your points.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad, what you said. That's what we're worried about. They're doing something that we aren't privy to, which is normal. It's the technocracy. But as fellow awakened, and don't think of it any other way, we're both just different sides of the same awakened coin, just different ideologies, blah, 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 blah. We should be able to suss out what they're doing, and they should be able to suss out what we're doing. It's part of the game. Not in this case. Now, part of what I do here, the internet cafe isn't just for show and because it's a cash cow. Part of my job here is to the sleepers, humans, don't like to do their weird searches at home generally. So they show up here. We look for trends in the searches. That gives us something to look up.
Mm-hmm.
There was a blip which came up a short while ago. Headset fell out. He's going to point out an address on the map. And out of character, it is the address with the field.
Oh.
The field, yes.
Yeah. Kat, immediately you see that she recognizes exactly what that is. And she's like, yeah, you want to avoid that place.
Can you expand?
It's real weird.
Okay.
Yeah, no. That's just going to make his curiosity worse. So yeah, let's not do that. Just, okay. So you were trying to mentally grasp what an elder vampire is like. Imagine one that was at the beginning.
Okay. So if we're going to do exponential power, even if that is the equation,
It's basically a god.
Super.
Yeah, and sleeping. So leave it alone.
I'm not sure that's actually better than just saying weird.
Please leave it alone.
Please.
That's fine.
One of ours is doing all he can to keep that asleep.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And it has caused a lot of fucky-wucky in the city.
So,
and you can coin that term and take it to the bank because fucky-wucky is what's going on in this city.
Okay, I think
It's storyteller. I have a question.
Yes.
Would Rashad be aware of any of the other events that were said to have occurred the last time an elder of that age woke up from like what the mages would be able would
The week of
relate
nightmares and shit?
to? Yeah, basically.
Rumors.
I don't know.
Rumors of the Week of Nightmares. I'm sure even most of the mages have rumors about the Week of Nightmares because, well, the sun was unleashed in the middle of the night on something.
The red star in the sky. Yeah. So yeah.
If your people are aware of the rumors of a red star or tales of a sun in the night, that may have been the last time something like this
woke up.
was disturbed.
Thank you. It's in the transcript, so I'm sure one of the leaders may know something.
Yeah. So leave that alone.
About that. We did send one to investigate.
And what happened?
He pulls up a picture on the map disappears for a second. A picture comes up of a young woman. Just very, just like him, very plain looking. You wouldn't even really notice her. She went to investigate with her cabal. Sorry.
I imagine that's like a group of you that work together.
Yes. Sorry.
We call
go on.
it coterie.
She's her the tradition she was is verbena. They're sort of humans would call her witches, call them
Okay.
witches, essentially.
Okay.
Very land related, earth related, elements related. Just I don't know what she did, but according to her cabal, when the screaming stopped, she was just empty. There was just a thing that looked like her flat on the ground.
I apologize if this sounds callous.
Hmm.
Have your people attempted to find her on the other side?
Not in my wheelhouse, but we'd have to ask one of the Thanatos. We'll have to ask. Not to my knowledge. It takes some skill to breach.
Do you have a photo of her?
You can actually see the hologram.
Yeah, the hologram of her.
A physical
Let's
photo.
see, he'll look
An
through his,
ID or something from her.
you know what? Hold on. He'll text one of the cabal and see if he can't
Okay.
get a recent photo of her.
Continue your scene. They'll get back to you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Needless to say, don't fuck with that place. And I'm going to stress this for your heads of whatever you do. Do not fuck with that place.
So, follow-up team,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
we're nothing if not curious. You were not incorrect when you spoke earlier. Well, not one of the verbena. It was what we call a hermetic. Their curiosity will be the death of them, and in this case,
Quite frankly, was, I bet.
yeah, whatever he tapped into, it drove him mad.
Mm-hmm.
Was anything left behind of theirs?
It's not of the hermetic. What happened there was I don't know if you're familiar with the different types of the nomenclature of the mages. He essentially went marauder basically instantly, which meant kind of just didn't care about keeping reality in check at that point. And well, at that point, the other mages had to deal with it, as they say.
What exactly did he try to do?
I don't know. When we don't care, we just tend to unleash whatever we can.
Before he lost his mind.
Before he can. Given what I know of the hermetics, he probably attempted to reach not to the land. It's not really their thing. He probably attempted to reach out to the ley lines or a nearby node.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, no.
When was this done?
Say probably, what do you think, Storyteller? Like a week or two ago?
If that's what you want to say, sure.
The most recent one, yeah.
Storyteller, does that correlate with shit spreading out?
Yes. With things getting worse for the spirits, yes.
Fucking shit. Okay, I'm going to stress this one more time for the fucking transcript. Stop fucking with that place.
Loud and clear. We have already put a kibosh on.
Much like your verbena, I am tied to the land.
Interesting.
It is part of what, well, most modern of my people can't do anymore, but I learned the old ways. And I know that your people's fumblings have made things worse.
To be
You're not
fair,
wrong.
they didn't know.
They didn't know,
We were
but I'm
investigating.
glad you put the kibosh on it because that needs to stop. Because that's how you wake up a god that destroys everything and goes nuclear.
So it's
Because
safe to.
because the ancient one under the ground is the one that started my people.
If you don't want it on the transcript, that's fine, but might want to ask what you mean by your people.
If anyone knows what a Rakosi is, they will know.
Fair enough.
Did, when you killed this person, was their soul still intact?
I don't know if there were any strong enough with that particular aspect of magic there at the time. Their primary concern was putting them down.
Okay.
Though I will say, again, as the middleman, you will most likely be hearing from the heads,
Good,
at least some of them. They will
Good.
probably have more answers to those questions.
good. And I'll be sure to talk sense into them.
So, can I ask though, this elder, this first, whatever you want to call it, what's he doing to the ley lines and the ground and the land? What is it? Is it a corruption? Is it some magic? Is it?
I don't.
It's it is hard to conceptualize in a way you would understand. Because that being is not even remotely human. Consider it as alien. And what he knows are things that you, even your most powerful of your kind, couldn't even fathom. What he's
We are.
forgotten is beyond what we can fathom.
Right.
But it is, I don't know if it is doing the corruption that is happening in this city, but there is a corruption. It's, I know for a fact, affecting our people. It's affecting the werewolves and their spirits, possibly even affecting some of your people.
Definitely.
There is a corruption here. But I do know that it is manipulating ley lines, as it can do, because it is a creature of the land.
Hold on. Oh, this is
But
bad.
it is also a creature of magic.
No, I get it. But this is, he stands up and he starts pacing like, if any of you have anxiety, it's probably getting triggered right now. He's pacing so hard.
What's the problem?
We can't detect the corruption. We can't detect the technocracy. So either they found a way to bypass the corruption and can do their stuff, or they're using it,
Or they're causing it.
or they're causing it because they're being influenced by this elder. All of those ideas terrify me,
They should.
because if that guy has a cadre of very powerful, very connected, very resource-laden technocrats,
That is able to create a type of metamorphosis.
okay? Okay. I liked you guys all at the beginning.
I'm sorry we're the bearer of bad news.
Nope, you've been extremely helpful. I think that we will be very much in touch about this. Not that we're done talking, but this
Yeah.
will help us a lot. Actually, at least in understanding, but not maybe in yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Maybe a way to find out where these souls are, at least the one who went there. But I'm not entirely sure my mind would survive if it's where I think it is.
Oof.
Does your people, before I begin, does your people understand or the concept of a true name?
I'm not. Passed into my gravity.
Your true name is your description, your imprint on the world. It's more than the name you were given at birth, though there is some overlap. It is more of a, I suppose you could call it a fingerprint that you leave behind. I may be able to use one's true name to find this soul.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, they are not with, let's say, an elder. And if that is the case, I may be able to summon them and get more information on what happened. However, if your other associate attempted to do what it sounds like he attempted, which is to reach out to that thing's mind, it may be more vigilant. In which case, my attempt to do so would be pouring gasoline on a fire.
Catastrophic.
So, okay.
There's the printer in the corner of the room. Eddie starts going.
Ooh. I walk over.
It's actually printing out the Verbona's driver's license.
Mhm.
I mean, you're used to this. It's printing the driver's license.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is a virtual depth fuckery going on, I guess.
God damn, when I need a new ID, I know who to see.
So, okay. So he takes it, he brings it over, hands it to Rashad, as requested.
You have cups or
sorry?
bowls, really.
Oh,
You have a cup. Cup.
An empty ramen cup.
oh my God, where's right there, right there. There's an empty cup of noodles full. You know what? He probably has one. It's probably not clean. And he goes and gets it.
All right. And he will take out a small knife and just kind of cut the palm of his hand to fill it with his blood, ramen cup with his blood. There's emotional damage being done here. I will make the attempt, but if things go wrong, do not hesitate to do what must be done. I don't really know. Well, I'm not hubristic enough to believe my will be stronger than that thing.
Wait, that sounds
And-
real serious. Is that necessary?
I would
If-
ordinarily say no, but if my hunch is right and your associate attempted to connect their mind to this person, then that might have sped up them waking up. And if that's the case, then it won't really matter what we do. To be honest, I'm nowhere near strong enough to do that. But this Forbina might know more about what happened when they went. And if they're available to ask, it could give our new associates the information they need to, I don't know, to whatever it is they're doing.
Kat's going to send a text to Tanya,
Okay.
just saying, let me know immediately if something changes with Manuel. Working on getting allies.
Okay. You get a respond back with just a question mark. That's all.
And Kat just says, just do it. And turns off the phone.
I would like to use the Knowing Stone, storyteller. So it is a Resolve in Oblivion roll. And if
Mhm.
it succeeds, I get to receive a vision of the ghost's location.
Yep.
But hopefully, it's not where I think it is, but we'll see. And I would like to rouse the blood for some extra dice,
Go ahead.
I literally cut my eyes to Sunday in a let's get ready to restrain him if need be. Look.
Just like a
Kat
Eddie
looks
and-
over and starts cracking her knuckles.
And literally just starts flexing her fist a little bit.
Eddie instead, he immediately puts up a mind barrier just in case.
Let's see what you get.
Oh, nice.
5
some
successes.
willpower.
You only
You
needed
can
2.
spend a willpower.
But you only needed
wait,
2.
only
I
need
only need
two.
2 for this. Yeah, I only need 2.
Yep.
You don't need to tempt it. Just rouse, do my rouse.
As you take the cup,
Oh, wait a minute. He rolled resolve twice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still the same because it's the blood surge plus the power bonus, so it would still be 3 dice.
okay.
Okay.
That should be.
So, as you're work over this bowl, as you pour the vitae from your body into the vessel, and you write out the true name while using the picture, your vision shifts. Please give me a willpower roll real quick.
Of course.
One's enough. You can process what you're seeing. You're not in one place. You're seeing 5 different places all at once. The best way that you can figure what you're seeing, fragments of their soul. They weren't, their soul was torn to pieces, but not destroyed. One is in a chamber that you've seen under the earth, where the blood drips from the ceiling. One is watching you in this room. The others are scattered around the city.
Would I know enough to know if it's possible to summon the pieces of a soul?
I mean, they're still the person. You should be able to summon them.
For like the last 10 minutes, I was just been like flipping through the cards, like looking at him. Like he's been listening, but like his attention has also been on Cutter's cards.
All right. Well, good news, if this can be considered good news, is your friend has been separated, ripped apart in a way I did not know was possible. But they do not seem to be with them at the moment. I may be able to summon their pieces and perhaps even put them back together. But one of the pieces is in the room we once visited.
Where are the other pieces?
One is with us, and the others are spread throughout the city.
with us where?
It would be from the corner of the room opposite the door. Rashad is the one that's in this room.
Your point?
Her soul may be a spy for him now.
Maybe. I do not know if this person has family, so I will leave it up to the collective. It may be
Yes.
possible to summon it. Let me check the rules.
Would it be worth spirit touching it to see if there's any further insights?
Spirit touching the spirit in the corner. I like where this
Oh.
is going. I like where this is going.
I mean, if you want to push the red button, go for it.
You know where it's
Guys, don't blow up my
standing.
house.
Not your house.
I am not Bo doesn't say this eagerly. He is asking a question. Will this be helpful? Does the risk outweigh the benefit?
I believe that is investigating something without knowing fully what the consequences of doing such would be.
I also want to point out
Heard.
that this is she's part of a collective, a community.
Yeah.
I feel like they would be upset from what I know of them if we were to go messing around with what is unfortunately a torn apart spirit of one of their friends.
Use, what is it? So, the Sense the Unseen. Can I see it? I don't know. Sense the Unseen.
Go
is a
ahead.
Ghost, right?
You could try it. Does anyone have Oblivion Sight?
No.
I don't remember what Sunday. I'm checking to see what Sunday had learned with hers. No, she never got that. But Sense the Unseen has a chance.
I believe it's Resolve for this one. Yeah, it's Resolve. It's Wit if it's hidden. All right. Would I still have it roused?
Yes, it counts as a whole scene. So you are roused until otherwise. Seven.
7 with a crit.
As you're looking and unfocusing your eyes to look beyond the veil, the spirit is standing there, but you're not looking at a woman. You're looking at it's the shape of a woman. It's coiled up vines twisting around itself into a person, glowing with a radiance that you've never seen before when looking through to the other side.
And you hear me? Alex, the fancy plant woman.
Eddie, you got some dice handy?
Sure.
Roll some occult dice, maybe perception occult, something like that. I'm checking to see if you would recognize what this is. It's whatever you think you want to roll.
Let's see.
He could sense it with Prime.
Now you could probably, if he's got Prime.
We've got Prime 3, so
Okay, roll your Arete
Arete.
dice. Yeah, give me roll your Arete and tell me how many successes you get. The mage, this isn't vulgar. This is coincidental. 2. As you reach out,
We know he's a mage anyway. We expect weird
it's my
shit.
sanctum too, so I can do it. Fire.
Yeah.
as you reach out, what's standing on the other side of the veil in this room is her avatar.
Based on what he said, does it seem like it's a piece, or is it her avatar?
It doesn't seem to, it's not fragmented. It's a solid something.
I'll put my hand on Rashad's shoulder. So, if you don't mind, this is mage business now.
Very well.
But thank you.
You feel as you were using Prime to sense it, the magic being pulled from you and your sanctum as this vine creature physically appears in the room in front of everybody here. And right here, everybody, we're going to go to break. We will see everybody in 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Please enjoy the break. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, they've been meeting with Eddie Ross here, the local virtual adept, and been getting some really good information and also finding out that, well, one hermetic at least was really stupid. Verbena didn't do the smartest thing either, but they went fucking around where the eldest is sleeping. But before we went to break, Rashad had went to use the knowing stone to figure out where the soul of this Verbena might be. And turns out one part of it was in this room, which happens to be the avatar. And as it settles into view, Eddie, the first thing you can feel, your avatar don't say a thing. You can just feel sadness.
Take a little step back, not cautiously, not scared, just like this is getting too much in his out of his wheelhouse.
And what you hear is it's the sound of rustling leaves, of wind blowing through trees, but it carries a voice and words with it. I'm trapped. I cannot be reborn. I am not free of my soul.
I'm so sorry.
He took her, he ripped her apart. But she still exists, and I am not free and can't get free. And it almost sounds like tears. You hear what sounds like rain, possibly?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do. I'm trapped now.
Eddie's going to walk forward towards it.
She's screaming. I can hear her screams. That's all she's doing now is screaming. She will kill us all. She must be freed. She will not abide the chains. She is not chained.
She?
My soul.
Okay.
It's not her voice.
No. That doesn't
Something
sound
speaks
like her.
through her now.
We will do whatever we can to get her soul back together. And hopefully then you can move on.
Soul must be freed, or it must be destroyed to free me.
Mm-hmm. It's the devil's choice, it is.
The voice is so angry.
Yeah.
Dr. Raposi, I don't know how long she can stay here, so you need to ask questions.
Would she consent to allowing one of us to help bring her soul back together?
I don't know if there's not enough left of her to decide. It's him.
Kat looks directly to Eddie and says, I know you want your people to handle it, but a piece of her soul is in a place that your people need to stay the fuck away from.
Well,
Rashad here is capable. I believe in it.
you know what? You know how I mentioned her cabal?
Yes.
I was in it. And I'm telling you, do what you can.
Go for it, Rashad.
This can't stand.
And I know summon spirit actually requires a fetter. I will count the avatar
As a fetter.
as good enough as a fetter
That's a
It
potent
absolutely
fucking
is.
fetter.
because it's tied to her soul.
Great. Great. All right. Well, y'all, let's do this. All right. So, I assume the scene is still going. So
Yes, it's all one scene.
All right. So let's see. Very excited. I rolled 10 dice, and I'm gonna willpower because this is for all the marbles here. So why not?
Seven. As you invoke, where you take this representation, the fetter, and you call out the name with the fetter right there. You feel something tugging at the souls. You can feel your spell. It's trying to unravel. It's trying not to work. But you've gotten enough successes that you managed to, it has worked. That also means they are coming. Now, you can actually, because you use the knowing stone, it lasts, I believe it's for the whole scene still, in which case you can follow, yes, the vision can be accessed for the remainder of the scene, so you can follow their locations as they're coming.
They are coming. It is relented. Oh, it
The one that
certainly
was the
knows.
hardest to move, Rashad, was the one in his room.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly knows now.
Kat looks at her phone to see if there's any update from Tanya.
Tanya sends back, Manuel's agitated right now, more than usual.
Kat just sends a response. Thanks. I will give you an update as soon as I can.
Undead spirits move rather quickly. They're not bound by having to take roads. They can move in a straight path. But Rashad, one thing you notice is they're moving at different speeds, though they are all coming. Your guess, I mean, you got a lot of successes there. They are timing it to arrive together.
If there's anything you need to prepare before they arrive, do so now. They are still aware, at least to some degree.
If it's still her, she was a sweetheart. Hopefully she still is.
And I'll just let you know, Eddie, this avatar is actually, you can feel, it is, I'm not going to say draining power, but it is using your power, your prime, to help sustain its position here.
That was
you
Eddie's
could
guess.
cut it off if you want to, but it's relying on your magic right now to stay here.
It can have it.
Your first, well, Rashad, as they're coming close to the building. For the rest of you, your first indication is when the room ripples and there's It's almost a heat mirage. There's four of them in the room because the fifth is the avatar standing there. And the ripples surround Rashad. And then it starts as a whisper. It starts as something barely audible, but it gets louder and louder. You will free me or I will kill you all. I will not be bound. It is a voice. I know Kat knows that voice. Who else was there that night? Kat? Gwen was there. Wasn't Rashad and Bo the day? Were they also there for that meeting with the eldest?
I believe so. I did not bend.
No, you
I
did
was
not.
there.
But you recognize the voice. It is his voice.
Cat slips into Romanian and says, "You endanger everything."
Blood of my blood, you bowed before me.
Yes, and I serve you as a doctor would.
You will free me. This one's soul is mine.
Let her go.
I took it by right of conquest.
She was a curious fool. Let her go.
She is now my eyes on this world. You wish to have her?
I wish for you to see reason.
I will be free. What will you give me for this?
What will you do when you are free?
Achieve what I meant to achieve before. Oneness,
With what?
the perfect form.
Nothing is perfect. Not even you.
And as you're hearing this, you can see the souls have faded into view. They
her
appear to be a complete person,
go.
but the eyes are different on each one of them. But all of them are crying. What do you give me? I will trade. I do not give what is mine.
You have no honor.
This is mine by right of conquest. Don't talk to me of honor, child.
She was touched by the divine, and you stole her.
That divine couldn't stop me. It's not divine. We are the gods of this world. We are meant to rule this
why
world.
You lack form? Is that why you slumber for eons? You are so perfect?
I have form. And I am waking.
I know. But I serve you as a doctor does. I treat you as my patient.
What will he give for her? And the four of her turn as one as a single entity and look at Eddie.
Give? I'll just cut off your damn food supply.
You can't cut off my food supply.
Yeah, well, at least you to her. It was the good doctor said, get out.
And you hear one of the souls scream louder, one of the 4 pieces, as it comes apart.
Can you do anything to empower the spirit? He will ask the plant lady.
I can, she's feeding off the magic in the area. I can cut her off.
I would like to use compel spirit. Now, this is technically not what it's supposed to do, but I like doing this. So I will try to command the spirit to free itself. And it says the spirit will do its best to accomplish the task. So hopefully I can
I will let you roll
make
this.
make it stronger.
I will let you roll resolve composure to do this.
Would it still be an oblivion roll versus, or do you want me to resolve?
First, you do the.
So.
Actually, no. Yes, it's an oblivion ceremony roll, so it's going to be intelligence oblivion, or is it resolve? I believe it's resolve, oblivion. Yeah. Resolve oblivion, and we'll see how many you get.
I'm
6
so
is
gonna
pretty
re-roll
good.
that. Hold on. They need a crit.
We pull out my rolling cheat sheet here.
We get the crit.
All right.
9 with
Hang
a
on,
crit,
hang on,
pretty
hang
impressive.
on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 with a crit. Because
11 with a crit.
That's right when you do a willpower.
Okay. Let me roll my roll against you. I think that rolled too many dice. Yes, it did. Hang on. Reroll. I'm not going to cheat you by extra dice.
Well,
There
this
we
is
go.
going on, like, I was
So you
showing
got-
some of the cards.
Why is it doing double? It should not be rolling double. It keeps rolling double, and I don't want it to. It's rolling too many dice. Okay. If it wants to roll that way, I'll do it this way then. Let's see. Wow. There we go. Now I got it to roll the right number of dice I wanted. When you do that, there's 3 pieces left. One of the pieces suddenly moves and touches the plant avatar that's there and fades to nothing. Now you give me a willpower roll.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Kat's still speaking in Romanian, and she says, Eldest, I will give you something.
So you're aware, Rashad, take 3 aggravated from the backlash.
Health or willpower?
No, health. You all see Rashad. Kendra don't bleed, but blood starts coming out of his eyes and nose. Finish, Katarina?
Does it distract him from what he's doing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I will give you Ludmila Rakosi.
The 2 remaining look at you.
You've been using her all this time anyway.
A deal is struck. And then the 2 souls stop screaming, the 2 remaining, and fade away. And then, Eddie, you feel the avatar just dissipate, freed once more back to the cycle.
Eddie exhales for like, it feels like the first time in like at least an hour.
Well, I don't think I understood any of what just happened.
Was also not on my bucket list tonight.
Glad you aren't
Oh.
recording voice. That's why I switched to the mother tongue.
Friend is safer.
Now, yes, she was speaking Romanian. None of you know the deal she just made unless you know Romanian.
He wanted an exchange for her soul. Because he caught it fair and square by conquest.
Cat, please tell me you didn't offer yourself, because that seems
No.
like a really cat thing to do.
No. No, I did a more cat thing to do.
Gave
I
him someone
offered
else.
him my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Damn it, we should have. Cutter was here. We could have just given him Cutter.
Oh, God, no, that's the last thing you need.
I say that half joking.
Well, again, I did not expect that to happen this evening. I don't know what you. I understand. I don't understand what you gave up in exchange for freeing my friend.
What I gave up is a woman that was either going to be destroyed by me or by my brother. So, not much.
Well, thank you, regardless. Whatever comes of the conversation with the leaders of the traditions, you have my support in the battle.
Thank you. But
You're welcome. Thank you.
we also got a little derailed with this.
We did. But it ended up, I don't know. I don't know, 50-50.
Stories you'll tell your little awakened grandchildren, right?
It's true.
With the Second Inquisition and their ties to Iteration X, I know for a fact that they are definitely modifying agents of the Inquisition. You just confirmed something
Yes.
I already knew.
Yes.
They are also likely doing it on various supernaturals that they can,
Correct.
that they capture or have otherwise employed. We had a inside person for a time that awakened into a mage.
Oh.
But
Do
we got
I
him
know him?
out.
Okay. Do I know this? The new awakened, or
You've heard rumors about a new hermetic, Cameron.
Okay.
You never heard where it came
one.
from. You just heard that Max brought a found a
He
hermetic.
he didn't. Wherever he is, he didn't get tossed in with the virtual adepts, which is
Yeah. But the modifiers there were kind of eyeing him.
of course. So, understand, there was probably a minimal chance that the technocracy would not have noticed a new mage awakening at their base.
Yeah.
It's a
So
hell of a
basically,
light show.
yeah. When that happened, luckily he was with us and not there.
Excellent. And you got him out, so good.
Yes.
Um,
I know there are horrible stories about our kind. Most of them are true. However, some of us actually do give a damn.
I see 4 of them.
They have also modified, I don't even want to call it our kind. They are, but they aren't. The leader of the Second Inquisition here in this city is a
Asshole.
yes, a vampire adjacent. Basically, he is so...
Blood's not as potent.
Yeah, the blood is very thin in him. The power is different. He is more human than vampire. But he's no less a monster. A true psychopath.
From what I've experienced tonight, it seems like the powers change at either end of the spectrum, and all you in the middle seem to have a standard skill set. Or should I just
Something
leave that
along those
observation
lines.
to myself?
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
actually humorous. Most of us caught in the middle are caught in an unending struggle amongst those that are older and more powerful. Some are able to escape that, some are not. And some just decide to walk into the sun.
Oh,
But the lower end, which is where Grant Solomon falls, who is the leader of the Second Inquisition, has powers unique to their kind. And he has also been modified.
it doesn't surprise me.
Don't ask for a handshake.
Yes. Bo can tell you more on Mr. Solomon.
Wow.
If you're willing, they don't force it.
I mean, anything. I'd just be repeating a lot of. My choice of words would not be censored, let's just say.
Family is difficult.
Out of character. Bo never said his last name.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, all right.
Bo just said Bo.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, just to reiterate what Kat said, he can dish it, but he can't take it. I know he can electrocute you with a touch. I'm sure there's more he can do, but he got really mad when I used a tiny little bit of my ability on him when, he's done much, much worse to me and many others over time.
But I'm getting from what you're saying that you haven't said once that he isn't a danger.
His ego is his biggest strength and weakness.
But our biggest thing is we need to reduce his insulation.
Sure.
And your people can help with the Iteration X operatives.
Of course. Imagine being made of metal and having a pissed off weather witch in your way.
Let's just hope lightning can strike twice. In
Yeah.
the same
Oh,
place.
it can strike repeatedly in the same spot. Believe me.
So that is truly what we are asking for from your people, is to handle
Your people.
your people.
Understood.
Not to be too generic, but I think you know what we mean.
After tonight, I don't feel like you saying you people would offend me at all.
Yeah.
Well, your people, I mean, I know there are different subgenres.
Just like
your people.
Just like your.
We have the same. We have
Exactly.
similar differences amongst ourselves.
Understood.
Different political affiliations, different ideologies, those types of things. And then, of course, there's the, rank and file of where are you in the pecking order? So, yeah.
I am at the debate for the vampires level of the pecking order.
Luckily, we're the friendly kind.
Relatively.
If I were to ask you who or what that woman was, would you answer? And would the information cause me to be at odds with your people.
I'm sure you can appreciate secrets. We don't
Which has its
just
prices.
we don't just have we don't we use the word I've said it multiple times. We use the term awakened. That is what wakes up. It's different for each of us, but that, something like that, is what wakes up. It's not just a word. It's
I take it we do not have that. I've not ancient by any means, but I've never seen that before.
I will tell you it's rare. It varies between awakened. Some could manifest right next to me if mine could. Sometimes it's just whispers.
You like feel it? Like you know it's there?
Mhm.
Are
It
you
must be
born
weird.
with it or does it find you?
That's a matter of some debate. Um, it's strange when we look for potential. We don't know if person A or person B has more potential. We look for people that jive with how we do things, and it kind of works out some of the time. That makes sense.
It does.
That's the best way I can describe it. Is we look for kindred spirits, and it works out, and other times it just doesn't.
Mm. Interesting.
You for the knowledge.
But yes, that is what we are asking for from the mages, is assistance with dealing with the technocracy.
If the to quote Buffy, if the big bad is influencing our big bad
Mm-hmm.
and causing some fuckery, you should be able to find plenty of support.
Good. Good. She takes out a business
Would,
card. Says, "Here's my card."
would
Also exchange
suggest you
cards.
leave this place.
Yeah, I need to clear my head. She was a good friend.
Also,
But thank you again for assisting. That was I was
I'm
just
not sure what protections you can have for your place, but I recommend increasing them if you decide not to relocate your
sure. I understand.
domicile because of what was here through her.
Correct. We can very easily, as you can imagine, with technology, it was pretty easy to install a kill switch if needed.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Eddie, for your time and for the information.
Thank you, Dr. Gozi. Thank you, Rashad, for putting my friend back together, such as it is.
Kat will stand up and actually reach a hand out to him.
Absolutely. Eddie's
And
a
it's a
handshake.
cold hand.
It is because she hasn't roused for blush of life.
Eddie knows who he's talking to.
Mm-hmm. And says, "I really do look forward to working with you and your people."
I'm going to need to let off some steam, so you call me when it's ready.
Will do. Oh, also as part of the transcript, Dracula will likely want to help you people. He has a personal vendetta against the cyborgs.
pretty much the same reaction we all had at first.
And yes, I do mean Dracula, Vlad Tepes. Yeah, the one Bram Stoker wrote about. Yeah, that was his version of a joke.
You know, most of us show up in KC to avoid the spotlight.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah, but the two elders that the cyborg killed were two of his 3 hunters. So he has a personal vendetta.
So,
If he helps you, just stay out of his way.
okay.
He is very powerful.
I have, oh man. Okay. Yep. Dracula's real.
Yeah.
Ancient,
what-
soul-possessing whatevers are real.
Oh, yeah.
And what
Right.
did we learn about going into very confusing, scary vampire places?
Don't do that.
Oh, yes. Not be more careful.
No, just
No, be so
no,
careful
no.
you just avoid it. Or maybe talk to a vampire before you go exploring, okay?
And they'll tell you
You
not
guys need a
to.
hotline.
They'll tell you not to.
You have my number.
Dr.
will
Rakosi, I'm
also-
thinking about going to the blood fields again.
No. Bo will also hand him his card. If you ever decide that you want to play for money here, give me a call.
Well, we do tournaments.
Again,
Cash prizes. I like it.
hey, now you're talking my language.
Hmm.
And I
Okay.
just came in a whole new deck. So I'll have to learn how to play.
Was that Cutter's deck?
I'm not going to confirm or deny.
Where is it? Actually, where is the deck? Is it in your pocket?
I'm afraid to say now.
Okay. Well, please, come on. I got to do at least one magic trick, right?
Oh, Bo will hold it out. This is my leverage against him.
It's fine. Just put it in your pocket. It's cool. I promise. I promise.
Magic
this will
trick,
be fun.
Bo.
Bo puts
Listen
it
to Sunday.
Bo puts it in his breast pocket.
Okay. Eddie will use correspondence 3 to put it in his pocket.
Okay. Now, I'm sure Bo feels the shift in his outfit, but that's it.
Is it this deck?
Is it that deck?
Bo uses telepathy on Eddie, not to read his thoughts, just to say, "Cool, you can move things."
Your thoughts hit a wall.
Yeah.
He put up a mind barrier earlier.
Mind barrier earlier.
Yep. He specifically said he
Bo
was doing
seeing
that.
that
You
just flips
feel
him
it.
off.
Bo, you actually feel the blockage.
Yeah.
Bo, once that happens, Bo's like,
It's all in good fun. He hands the deck back. You
That
know,
was
for
awesome.
someone who's mad about being called a boomer, I'm seeing a lot of similarities right now.
Could
I'm leaving
you
now.
or your could you or your associates encounter other Giovanni?
Mhm.
Do I recommend that you know me? Cannot guarantee they will
Sure.
be
Do you-
kind, but they may speak with you or
Sure.
your associates.
Since we're exchanging information, do you have a card?
Don't
Not
give
for
it
this
to
kind
him.
of
He'll
a
make it
relationship.
disappear.
Bo, that was
Not
really
for
cool,
this.
though.
Not for this
I'm going to pull Richard's
sort of
card
business.
from behind Bo's ear. Is it this card?
Oh, Bo's getting grumpy. We gotta get him home.
Oh, Boomer needs his
right.
nap.
I hate it here.
Come on, Bo. Let's
We're
go.
going to be best friends.
I need a cloud to yell at.
But anyways, all joking aside, thank you again.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
So as the coterie leaves, I'm going to tell you, Carly doesn't even look up from her phone. She just keeps tapping away at it. And you can hear her as you walk past her whisper, boomers.
I was just wait. Sorry, sorry. I'm busy right now. I didn't hear what you said. As sassy.
Hi, Carly.
That's a stupid. She just keeps back what she's doing.
You're stupid.
Oh.
And as the coterie goes back out, I'll give you a scene in the vehicle leaving before we close off this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right, Miss Rakosi?
Oh, no, I'm great. I'm great. I'm going to have to talk to my brother.
I'm sorry.
That doesn't sound so great.
It'll be fine. He's working on becoming Baron.
Well, it's good to have projects.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
he's king of the maze, can we call him Minotaur now?
I would be careful. Your discussion from earlier seems to be, well, I worry if this dead man switch is meant to occur when you kill your grandmother. I doubt, in truth, I doubt I was strong enough to overpower that thing. It would not be beyond it to have orchestrated this situation to further hasten its awakening.
Well, can I
Oh,
see
I
the
know.
future?
Storyteller, it's been some time since Bo has used Premonition. I'd like to use Premonition to see if I can discern whether Dead Man Switch may be related to Kat's grandmother, to my brother, or something different.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Do your scene, and I'll hit you with it in a minute. While I
Yeah.
think over
Rashad,
how to put this in terms of music.
I'm going to say it is very important that you are expedient in calling your grandsire.
Well, I'll do what I can.
Because if he can assist with helping put that bastard to sleep for real, then I'll just destroy my grandmother.
Do what I can. Just
I didn't tell him how
seems-
I would deliver her to him.
It all seems too convenient.
Mm-hmm. Because he's certain he will get one of us either way. He doesn't really care which Rakosi it is. He used the Xantosas to cart his ass around from the old world to the new, from New York to here. And guess who else followed that path? Rakosis. He doesn't care which Rakosi it is. Just it has to be a Rakosi. Because we are a part of the Abertus. We are not vapid little sycophants like the Xantosas. We are scholars, scientists, doctors, oracles, which is very much like what stories say he was when he was alive. He doesn't care which Xantosa it is. I knelt in that vision to him because everything within me said, do it or die. I do not have a death wish. I do not wish to give myself to him, for him to ride me like a fucking skin suit. To have my soul inside screaming until he just extinguishes me. If I must serve him, I will serve him as me, as the doctor. And I see a very sick patient, one that is delusional, so far removed from anything remotely humane, that it is nothing but a threat to itself and everything around it. I can't destroy it, but I need to be damn sure I can sedate it.
You're familiar with the concept of Gehenna, the end for us, if you believe some.
Oh, I've heard it all. The Church of Cain preaches it.
They are the loudest, but not the only ones. There's I hesitate to call it a theory, a concept that this is a cyclical exchange, that we always get close to the edge. Then there is a sacrifice done by someone who won't be remembered or perhaps can't be remembered. And it's that sacrifice that keeps us going for a little bit longer. And myself wondering if we are being led to such a decision. If it were you, Miss Wakosi, which would you pick to sacrifice for self or the world?
But like that, I would sacrifice myself. But I know if I sacrifice myself to him, that doesn't save the world. That just unleashes a monstrosity on the world. Looking like me. It wouldn't be the first time he's taken a new body.
Well, I guess I'm grateful that decision is easy.
Need wits
Let's see
awareness
how
from
the
Kat
game
and
is
Rashad
played.
real quick, please.
Does death or ambushes specialty apply?
I'll let you use ambushes, sure.
If that makes me feel better or not.
Kat can take half if she wants, but you know.
No, I actually have built up my wits a little bit. I'm going to surge it.
Okay.
Wow, that was terrible.
That was.
Okay, I'm going to willpower. That was still terrible. Wow, I got one. I got nothing.
Okay.
You're very wrapped up.
While you're
Very
talking, I'm going to tell Bo, what you hear in your head as you're talking and half paying attention. You are hearing, there's two different songs overlaid on top of each other. Totally different tunes, totally different instruments, different voices singing them. Two distinct melodies at once.
Oh,
And you all can't help but notice that Bo's eyes went unglazed and he swayed a bit to music.
past your bedtime?
Very unhelpful premonition. At least
What
on
did
first.
you?
It was just two different songs overlaid over each other, different voices singing, different instruments playing, just over top of each other.
What were you trying to think about?
If I could discern who the dead man's switch is in reference to, whether it's Kat's grandmother, my brother, or something completely different.
I mean, I'm not very smart, but the answer seems like both.
Could be.
Or it just depends on what happens. You're right. That wasn't very helpful.
Both were at the same volume, storyteller.
Yep, both the same volume, same intensity, totally different tunes, but completely separate.
I attempt to do the same thing, Storyteller.
Of course.
And I think I got a
Figured
6
you
in
would
my
say
wits
that.
awareness.
Yep, I've got that noted.
Okay.
Right, well,
While
let's try.
he's
I'm gonna
rolling his-
surge.
Bo, you feel somebody is watching you. You can feel the weight of their stare. And as the car is driving, you look out the window. 1 second, standing in the alley, leaning against a building, is a man with black hair. He's in a really nice fucking suit. You've been around money lately. You know a nice suit when you see one. 1 second he's there. The next second he's not. Just gone.
No one I recognized.
No, but he was definitely watching you all.
Do I have can I maintain a good image of what I saw? Like did I get a general sense, or was it like a passing?
You got
Like,
the shadows were so thick in that alleyway that you recognized black hair. You couldn't make out the eyes, the nose, the mouth, the general face, just black hair. You'd guess the suit wasn't black. Maybe the suit was blue, navy blue color, but you got nothing on the face. It was too shrouded in shadow, almost too shrouded in shadow.
I relay this to the coterie, and I say, with permission, I'd like to project what I saw, because describing it's only one thing. If you see what I saw, we can at least have all of us keeping an eye out for it.
Don't do it
do
while
so.
I'm driving.
Of course. I will share telepathically with those in yes, Sunday right now. Rashad's busy. So once we stop and after Rashad does his premonition, I will share with Kat and Rashad, but I will project to Sunday what I saw.
Okay. Rashad, as you separate your vision and look to the threads of fate, stuff going on, you're in darkness, blackness, nothing. And you hear to your left a ticking clock. And you hear to your right it almost sounds like a grandfather clock because it has a totally different click. You're hearing the sound of the pendulum swinging back and forth on it, which makes a totally different sound than a smaller clock's timekeeping.
running out of time. Would suggest everyone prepare whatever it is they need to before there's a chance one or more of us do not finish this game.
Bo, when you share your visions, Kat, for you, I can tell you now, this individual had short hair. So it definitely could not have been Twitch, because Twitch has long hair, though he does wear black hair.
Mhm.
This one's much shorter. Sunday, you recognize the overemphasized shadows? It's something you can do, where you draw the shadows to you as to help hide you sometimes. Out of character, it's the
Shadow cloak.
shadow cloak ability, yes.
I don't think I know him, but he's definitely messing with them shadows.
Fucking hate stalkers. You know, if you got something to say, fucking come to my face and say it.
You able to share the image with me, Mr. Solomon?
Yes, and I
He
would.
shares it with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did I get anything more than
I'm thinking.
Can I do a wit's insight?
Sure, you can if you wish.
Okay.
Rashad, the best I'll give you is the suit's Armani. And you only notice that because your time here in Kansas, I don't think you've seen very many people who wear Armani suits. Not only do they cost a lot, you can't get them here.
sounds like it could be a cousin?
5 with a crit.
5 with a crit. For 5 with a crit, Cat, his posture didn't seem aggressive or angry. The slight tilt to his head was probably curious.
Relaxed posture. Curious.
Suit makes it sound like it could be a cousin, a wealthy one at that.
Or it could be someone old enough to have enough money to not care what their suit costs.
There aren't many La Sombra left. How far are we from the spot where Bo saw the person?
I don't think Cat pulled over. So right
It's
now,
not like they'd be there.
right,
anyway.
you stopped at your haven so you could share the thing, the vision. I'd give you about 3 blocks.
I could send my shadow to look around.
Okay.
I'm gonna send my shadow to look around.
Okay. You made your rouse check. That's good.
Woohoo!
Oh,
You didn't
That's
hit 5 hunger tonight.
No, he hit 4.
He hit 4.
Those are
Every
positive
fucking session.
vibes.
And you see the shadow depart the vehicle you're in and take off down the street. Let me roll for said shadow. Let me just do it this way. Use my little thingies here. Though I really wish they quit screwing with the damn thing, because now it's rolling correctly. Really? It was double rolling earlier. Okay. Your shadow comes back shortly. didn't find anything, though it does tell you lingering oblivion is strong in that area. The shadow could feel it. It is a creature of oblivion, so.
Well, they are not there, but they are experienced with oblivion. So it's likely it is someone who knows of us.
Well, I guess we just gotta wait and find out if the us is us specific or not.
I imagine they will seek us out as soon as we are alone.
But maybe we shouldn't go straight home.
I have a question. You were looking for Alejandro before. Did you ask anyone about him before mentioning him to me?
I asked Twitch if he knew of anyone that might be able to help. And he told me the name. That's all I asked him, if he knew someone that might be able to help.
You think he's already here?
I do. He has a habit of appearing when you least want him to, but when you need him to.
Well, that would be awfully fucking convenient. Considering
Well,
last I heard he was working for a queen up in Milwaukee.
Well, I kind of doubt Twitch is his personal friend, so his name must have been floating around for a while.
We'll find out soon enough, I suppose.
All right, well, I need to go speak with Tanya. Manuel got agitated tonight.
Fantastic.
Need to let her
Need
know
to
what
recover.
happened.
I have a card game to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Have a good evening.
Yeah, you too.
Till next time.
And as the coterie goes just separate ways, clairvoyance is cheating at magic. That's not allowed, Bo.
Oh, I mean, he was knowing that the mages can detect cheating. I know better.
Can they detect clairvoyance? I don't know. They'd have
I'm
to
gonna try it.
I don't know. They probably could detect it with spirit since you're leaving your body briefly. But as this coterie goes your separate ways, I'd like to thank our guest player tonight. We originally planned to only have him on half the episode, but
good macaroni was being made.
You're welcome. It was fun.
The scene played out in a way I didn't expect from when we planned it. But hey, when does it ever when these players are involved? So thank you, everyone. Welcome to season 5. At the very least,
We ain't surviving this shit, y'all.
well, at the very least, they've gotten the help of at least one mage and what's left of the cabal that was with the lost Verbena. Or as Ravnos wanted to call me out on, Verbona.
You did say that.
I did. Verbona.
I cringed just a little
Nope,
bit.
it's Verbona. You know, hey, I don't run mage.
You don't run mage.
Nope. First off, let me real quick before I go into the outro part. XP tonight. XP. Let me see here. How much do I want to give? I don't have a clue. Let me see. I'm gonna roll a die. I'm gonna give out 5 tonight. I'm feeling generous and benevolent for the start of a season. I am sure that doesn't bode ill for you all in the future. I'm sure all this XP is not going to be needed for what's to come. Obviously not. Please, everybody, join us on our Discord. That is where the cast of this show comes from. The cast of all of our shows come from our Discord. We also do Zoom Hangouts when we can. It's kind of tough when you stream Friday and Saturday nights because we learned the hard way. We can't do Zoom Hangouts on work nights because it makes it very difficult to go to work the next day.
Mama's got to get up too fucking early for work.
Yeah, after one too many of those weeknight Zoom Hangouts going until 1 a.m, it became readily apparent we can't do that.
No.
We lack the willpower to end them early enough, so we just had to stop
We
doing
are
that.
social creatures.
Yep. We also play non-streamed games. It's been about a year since the last Blood on the Clock Tower, so I'm going to have to schedule one at some point because it's been about a year. We do about one a year just because. And then I get rid of the itch to play it, and then we wait another year. But there's some people around here that want revenge on Maddox for the Merowin, so we're going to have to redo that just to put some revenge on him.
The not mayor win.
Yeah, the Merowin that ended up making him lose. Yes.
Yeah.
Lying little bastard. It was great. Yeah, Junie, Merowin my ass. So
do join us on the Discord. It's an amazing
seriously.
community there. It's a lot of fun, y'all.
we're real supportive of each other. If you want to catch our back episodes, pop over to our YouTube. We've got the back episodes of all the other seasons of this. We've got our Mage Chronicle, which is we're in the middle of the first season of our new Mage Chronicle. We've got Hidden City, where you will see this guest up here. He's in those episodes, so you should check those out. We've also got Werewolf. We've got, oh my God, what don't we have?
We have just about every wad splat in existence. And then we also have a variety of other TTRPGs. And we even have streaming tips and storytelling tips as well, because we don't hide our secret sauce, y'all.
Nope. Only thing I think we're missing wide-wise is Hunter and Mummy. Those are the only two we haven't run
We
yet.
don't have Hunter because who the fuck wants to play Immortal?
I mean, that's valid. And we haven't streamed Mummy yet because, well, I haven't read the book yet fully. So I can't run one if I don't read the book. It's kind of a funny thing like that. So yeah, definitely catch your back episodes. And if you want to see some Call of Cthulhu or D&D 5e, you go over to London Esoteric Society channel. That is where our British GM Tiss, she puts her stuff. I know she's not streaming this weekend, and Urini will call me out if I'm wrong, but I'm 99.9% sure she's off this weekend.
He confirmed it for me Wednesday.
But they will be back later on, and then you get to see more Call of Cthulhu and all the shenanigans that get up there. Speaking of Call of Cthulhu, there's an open casting call for guest roles on the Call of Cthulhu stream. So if you'd like to play with the Call of Cthulhu cast, you're on a Discord, you let Tess know, go to the casting couch, and you'll see a link to it. You can message Tess and apply to be one of her guest players. And as a couple people have found out, sometimes guest players, they get to stay.
Mm-hmm.
That happens. So definitely do that. If you want to see some amazing content creators, check out our friends list. Most of them are not here tonight, but here's one of them right below us. First, Ree, what you got going on?
Oh boy, a lot of real life stuff happened. So we're just gonna trying to get back into the swing of things. So we hopefully have our next D&D project up in the next few weeks. So keep an eye out for that, or go over to our Discord for that. But yeah.
And if you're on our Discord, he gets announced when he goes live.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, who's over on DM Daddy RPG, let everybody know what you got going on.
Oh boy, we're in our last couple sessions of our Everyday Heroes Ghostbusters campaign.
That shit was wild last night.
It always is. We also have Werewolf on most Sundays. And coming up next month, we've got an Old Blood Hunter game starting on Wednesdays. And,
You want Hunter? There it is.
Because there you go, because they want to play Mortals.
They got powers.
Yeah.
Fine. And Vampire on Saturdays at some point in the next few months.
Man, Saturdays are the day for Vampire. Because as Relaine gets the schedule, yep, we got some Vampire there. Also, other people you can see are other friends. We got Junie Von Esch. She does Stitch and Bitch on her channel. Go over there, watch her make some shit, talk some shit with her. She's a lot of fun. You can go just hang out with her. You also see her as our Saturday night vampire storyteller in Hidden City. You'll find out about that shortly. Or you can pop over to Ravnos Archon's channel. He is back to streaming a couple nights a week. He does a vampire game on Mondays where he alternates between Camarilla one week, Anarchs another week. And you might even see this individual in those streams right here above us. And Tara is just making rounds. He's turned into the
he wants to play all the games.
Yeah, he's whoring himself out to be on stream. I see how it is. I get it. I get it. It's fun.
Yeah.
He also does he did 7 Seas last night. So you should go check that out.
Yeah.
There's also Mischievous Red. She's out this week, but she streams from time to time on her channel. And as she points out, if you're on her Discord, you get notified when any of our friends go live. Yep. It's your easy way to know when they're live. If you want to get you some studio merch, go to our merch store. Make sure you sign in because we've got a couple things that you have to be signed in to see, like the camp counselor for Camp Wish a Motherfucker Would. And of course, for Cat's to-do list that, thank you, Jen down there is Sunday who made the Cat's to-do list that ended up being on our merch.
With me tonight, but I fucking love the travel mug that I put it on, and there's also a T-shirt that it's on.
Yep. So check that out. So bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you, the viewers, to give something to the players for the time and effort. We wish we could pay the players every episode to play with us. We really do. But as people are going to find out, because I got to do taxes this weekend, this studio operates on one hell of a negative. It really does. We do not make positive income on this studio at all. And for us to pay for the players to play with us, it would drastically reduce how many games we could run.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to afford to run many games at all. So my hope is one day we get big enough that we could afford to play the players, because I can guarantee if we start making a profit, that profit does not go, it goes right back into the games, not to our pocket. Trust me.
Yeah.
That's just the way why we do this.
Show your biddies if you want the players to get a little something for this performance tonight, because those are given to players. We do not keep those as a studio. And if you would like to support the studio, you can do so by subscribing here on Twitch. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription.
I'm just taking my outro from me.
I am, because you're taking too long.
Buy Mama a coffee.
Buy me a coffee, because I work hard, y'all. But seriously.
And look, I know money's tight, especially with the bullshit going on the economy right now. Go to YouTube.
Yeah, seriously, that is one free way you can support us. You can buy me a coffee. You can subscribe here if you want, if you're able to and want to. You can use your Amazon Prime subscription to get a free subscription to give it to us if you choose. But if you want to support us where it doesn't cost you anything, go to YouTube, subscribe there for free. As you're watching content, make sure that you both like and comment on the video. Don't do just one or the other. Do both. Even if it's just a couple words, it's fine. We interact with those. But you commenting on content that we have on YouTube boosts us in the search algorithm, which means more people can find us when they're looking for content like ours. It is a free way to support, and we really appreciate those that do that. Thank you so much.
And even if your comment is, damn it, Shanky, why do you keep dyeing your hair black? Hey, that's fine. It's a comment. I don't mind.
It's whatever, y'all.
Yep. Trust me, I've had call-out comments before, and I don't delete them. I just go, I even respond to them sometimes. Why not? So definitely do that. And now I can turn it over to my lovely wife. She already took part of my outro. She might as well give the schedule, too.
I know, right? So thanks so much for joining us tonight. Coming up over the next week, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, since there is no Call of Cthulhu stream at 3, we will be here at 8 p.m. Eastern, and Tara will be there with me and a variety of other amazing streamers with Junie as storyteller, as we are playing Chicago Hidden City, a Vampire the Masquerade V5 game set in 2010 in Chicago. Do join us for that, because shit is ramping up. This coterie been kind of steamrolling goals, right? Well, we about to hit walls. Because we're pissing off some people, and they gonna retaliate. Yeah. Good times. So yeah, join us. And then, of course, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. My gosh, Aunt Tara's just in everything. Love you, babe. Love you. But Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the Mage game. And y'all, shit is fucked up in Miami. It's always fucked up in a Ravnos Mage game.
Right. It's like, do you want more plot hooks?
I know,
You can have
right?
more plot hooks.
We got them by the boatloads here.
At least he hasn't taken anybody's avatar this time. That was last Chronicle or last miniseries you read.
Fucking brutal, man. Don't come to Miami, as Ravnos Gun says. Yeah, so that's what we have Wednesday. And of course, next Friday, we will be back as season 5 is already kicking off with a fucking bang, y'all. For real.
I had a bunch of other stuff planned to do tonight, but I mean, this first half turned into a 2-halfer because it was good.
It was really good. It set a lot of fucking plot in motion.
Yep.
No.
So I was like, hey, we're going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And as always, everybody, mental health, it is not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. We take mental health very seriously on this channel. Please check in on those around you. Make sure they're okay. A lot of people are not, and they mask it very well, but sometimes all it takes is a kind word, a helping hand, a lifeline to be the voice that helps somebody out. And if you suffer from mental health issues, like many of us do, first of all, I want to tell you it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting you need help once in a while. We all need help once in a while. Even this coterie can't do it all on their own. They have to get help. It goes true in life for outside of games too. And reach out to your own support network. And I know a lot of people don't feel comfortable doing that, and I understand. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, or if you are in crisis, in chat's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be somebody on the other end of the line that'll help you out and will be there for you, because mental health is health. And if you're not in the US, or you watch this on YouTube, or you're in crisis while not watching a stream, which is very likely when you get into a crisis, you can go to findahelpline.com. Easy to remember, findahelpline.com. Put in your country of origin, and you will find out the support lines for your country. Because I know a lot of people are US that watch this, but not everybody. And we want to make sure everybody gets the mental help they need, okay? Please. Mental health is health, and we want you to take care of yourselves. And now, having said the uplifting mental health part, Mama can rain some fire and brimstone down on people.
Hi. For any new folks here, I'm Mama McStabber. I not only play interesting characters in role play games, I am also Shanky's wife, and I'm a registered nurse. And yes, taking care of your mental well-being is incredibly important. The mind and the body, though, they work together. If you take care of one, you got to take care of the other two. So make sure you take care of your body by getting your fucking shots, get your vaccines. There's absolutely no reason why we should have vaccine-preventable illnesses killing people, especially children. Okay? So it's real important that you get vaccinated and that you vaccinate your kids if you have them, because as a parent, it is your job to protect your children. Okay? And so do that. Mm-hmm. And also take your meds, drink your water, get some sunshine when you can. It's important. And lastly, I'm going to say, not only am I a registered nurse and Shanky's wife, I'm also just political as fuck, y'all. And if you contributed to the regime in power in the US or fascism around the world, because it's on the rise, it's a reactionary thing to progress, you see. If you contributed to that by voting for those administrations, or voting third party when you're in a two-party system that's self-perpetuating and there's no chance of a third-party candidate ever fucking winning, or you abstained, which here in the US, more people abstained than voted, period, in a presidential election. Blood's on your hands, y'all. Blood's on your hands. fuck off and go to hell. You're not welcome here. For the rest of us, we got to fight. We got to create good trouble. Protest if you're inclined to do so, but please do so safely.
Don't let them deport you to El Salvador and then say we can't get you back.
Yeah,
Because they're doing that.
It's not like people let them.
They're doing that. They've done that already.
Yeah, but it's not like people let them, honey.
I know. Just watch out. Be careful.
Please be careful. But literally, contact your representatives, your senators. Give them fucking hell. Make their lives fucking miserable. I emailed one of mine because she totally fucking supported giving more fucking shit to Israel. Okay? And guess what? She gave me an auto response that she'll get back to me as soon as she can, but guess what? She hasn't. And I'm going to keep fucking emailing that cunt too. I'm going to make her staffers so fucking miserable reading my shit. Yeah. You can do little actions like that to create good trouble, y'all. Because our government forgets that it's supposed to work for the people. It works for the people that buy them instead. So remind them who they're supposed to work for. Go to their fucking town halls. Raise hell. Do the shit. It's important. And we need to work together. Need to support each other. There's a lot of folks that are marginalized that are getting the worst of this. We need to support each other, y'all. Said with my whole heart and all sincerity. Y'all have a good night.
And thank you all for coming. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.